Welcome to the Mindfulness broadcast. My name is Tiffany. I'm with Empower Coaching and Training. Let's get started this morning. Again, our theme is self-talk and how we, what's happening inside of this head and how we can really get involved and be more purposeful and intentional with that. So here's what I want you to imagine this morning. I want you to imagine that there is a good friend of yours, a family member, somebody you love, somebody who you believe in, somebody who you think is very capable, and they come to you and they say, I have this idea. I want to fill in the blank. I want to take a sabbatical. I want to buy my first home. I want to divorce my partner and do, these big major transitions, these big major things in their life. And they come to you and they say, I think I want to do this, but I don't know that I'm worth it or capable of it or able to do it or able to stand on my own or I don't know that I'm able to do this thing. And then they sit down in front of you. And I want you to think about what you would say to them. I can imagine, I've done this with some of my very good, sweet friends. And what I do is go through this list of what they are, what I have observed, and what I know about them, right? You are so capable. I've seen you do this. I've seen you set a goal and reach it. This is what I know about you. This is what I know to be true about you. This is the essence of who you are as you unfold in life and walk this planet. I go to bat so that this person knows their value and how wonderful they are, and maybe defining success. What is success? Is it really that you do this thing, or is it the journey of it, right? I really help unfold that and hold them in that space. So I want you to imagine that. What do you say? What do you do? How do you help that person in that moment? And now what I want you to do is replace that person, that BFF, that child, that partner, that whatever it is. And I want you to imagine it's you. And that you're sitting in front of some version of you, some wiser, older version of you. And this younger version of you says, I want to do a thing. I want to take a sabbatical. I want to interview for that leadership position. I want to institute this change in my community or my family, or start this business, or take this training, or get this professional development, or do a TED talk, or, I want this thing. What do you say to you? How do you speak to you? And do you give yourself that same love, that same compassion, that same unwavering belief that you're worthy and you're capable and you're able? And how do we develop that skill? We already have it. We have the skill. We're all in this business where we are helping people reach what feels like sometimes impossible goals. We have this skill. But when we turn it onto ourselves, we sometimes don't use that same skill set. And in fact, we use the opposite. So I just want you to play with that this morning and really throughout the week. I want you to think about, how do you speak to yourself? How do you support yourself? How do you cheerlead yourself and remind yourself of your magnificence as you move towards or think about moving towards goals and change? So with that, let's get into our practice this morning. You can close your eyes. You can take a soft gaze. This morning, I want you to bring your attention to your breath. without changing it, just notice what there is to notice about it. Are you aware of it? Where is it in your body? And just start with a little gratitude for this amazing life, this amazing moment where we get to inhale and exhale and really just be here. Here we are. See if we can really just boil down to that simple magic of the moment. We are all here, alive, breathing. Not everyone made it to this moment this morning. And we did. And when we boil down to that simple thought, kind of look around at the landscape of complexity around what got done, what didn't get done, who had to get where at what time, who packed the lunch, and who spilled the thing. And it all just seemed so layered and busy. And we just come back down to this beautiful process of breathing in and breathing out. And I'm going to walk you through that process this morning of talking to yourself. And if you find that it's too challenging or something that you don't want to open up to right now in the moment, just tuck it away and stay with your breath. But if you're ready, I want to invite you to imagine that chair, some chair, camp chair around a fire, good cushy couch, bar stool, office chair. You imagine some chair. And your beautiful, wonderful, breathing self comes and sits down in it. And you know that there's some goal you're working towards, something you want, something that is important to you, a life that's less hectic, a life that's more busy, bigger bank account, or to sell it all and buy a van and go travel, to speak more kindly to yourself, to your neighbors, to your children. You name it. What is it? What's the goal? What do you want? You can make it real simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. And then I want you to imagine older, wiser you pouring love into you. What do you say? What do you want to remind yourself of? What strengths you want to highlight? What kindness do you want to give? What do you want to remind yourself of? Things you know to be true about you. Observe this whole process as you do it. Notice where there's ease. Notice where you struggle. Notice where you speak and emphasize and want to shout, and notice where you whisper and it's hard to hear. Observe your process here. We're going to start to close this activity. It was a big one to bring in. There's a lot of layers to this. Tuck it away. Maybe think about it over the weekend, journal about it. Talk to a good friend, talk to the person in the mirror. Capture some of these as affirmations that you write down, look at often. We are always growing and unfolding, and we get to be part of that process. Bring your attention to your breath as we collectively close and move on with our day. Again, giving ourselves gratitude, giving our breath gratitude. So grateful to be here. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. We love connecting with you all. Be well. Take care. Bye.